Tonight I'm revisiting one of our family favorites. It was beef porcupines. I'm making it turkey porcupine. Both versions are very simple. The original recipe basically is made with a box of beef, rice-a-roni, and a pound of ground beef. I can't do the rice-a-roni because of the MSG in the seasoning packet, so I'm going to make it with turkey and make a curry flavoring instead of the beef flavoring packet. So I'm starting out with a pound of ground turkey, and to that you're going to add a half a cup of uncooked rice. And just mix the ground meat and the uncooked rice until it's all mixed together really well. Once the meat and rice are well incorporated, you're just going to make a bunch of meatballs. This should make about 20. As always, when working with ground meat, especially ground poultry, you want to wash your hands really well when you're done working with it. I've got a large skillet heating over medium heat, and I'm just going to put in a little bit of olive oil and let that come up to temperature. Now that my oil is hot, it's time to put the meatballs in the pan. I'm just going to let these brown on all sides, so let them sit, brown, turn them, until you've got them browned all the way around. While my meatballs are browning over there, it's time to put together the sauce. This is where in the original recipe you would use the depth packet. You're going to start with 2.5 cups of hot water. Add a couple of tablespoons of yellow curry powder, a tablespoon or so of cumin, dash of allspice, maybe a teaspoon of ground ginger, just a pinch of cinnamon, throw in a couple dashes of cayenne pepper, a little bit of nutmeg, maybe a teaspoon of dry thyme, and about a teaspoon of dry marjoram. I'm going to give the spice mixture a good stir, and we're just going to let that hang out while the meatballs cook. Once the meatballs are browned on all sides, it's time to add your spice mixture. And I also like to add a can of coconut milk. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Or a lot of black pepper. We're also going to want to add a fair amount of salt because we haven't seasoned this with any at all yet. Of course, don't go overboard. You can always taste it later and add more if you need it. We want the sauce to come up to a simmer. The sauce has just come up to a simmer, so it's time to lower the heat just a touch, give it a cover. Obviously, if you have a pan that has a lid, use that instead of foil. And I'm going to let this go for 30 minutes. Okay, it's been about half an hour. I did go ahead and check this a couple of times. It's a good thing too, because some things are starting to stick to the bottom of the skillet here. The sauce is still just a little looser than I like, so I'm going to go ahead and just let this simmer uncovered for a few more minutes. So the only things I didn't have on hand to make this were the ground turkey and the coconut milk. So this only cost me $4.50 to make. Because I had a lot of extra budget, I decided to go ahead and pick up a bag of salad to go with this. I had intended to make some rice to put the meatballs over, but I couldn't find my rice cooker, so I went ahead and made up some instant garlic mashed potatoes, which should be really nice with this since I forgot to put garlic anywhere in it. Thanks. Hope you enjoy.